Let us continue playing Motorsport Manager. When we last left off, we had what was a very good race for us, really, as we enter Cape Town, site of Balcazar's greatest achievement last season. We actually extended our lead in the Drivers' Championship by a few points, because Piquet only finished in 8th position. However, the dominance of Becker and Rodriguez is soon going to be insurmountable. In order for us to continue to finish second, we have to outscore Panther Race Team and also arguably the Rossini team every single race. The Team Championship, we have a 14-point buffer to Panther, but as I reckon they're going to be overhauled by Steinman, and Steinman, we're going to need a lot of luck to beat them. I think it's easier for us to try and get second place. We will go all out to try and get the overall win, but we shall see. We have 10 events to go. 100 points for all the first, 80 points for all the second, 180 points total is available. We're gonna need something. Meanwhile, let's go into this. So, car condition update, 12 hours, which is exactly where we want it to be. We're going to reject the interviews because we cannot afford any morale hits. And we have a new front wing. So, let's see about designing another new front wing. So, we can take a risk. We can actually take a risk increase. This might not actually be such a bad idea here. Although it's a million to undo that. Well, that's the most optimal part we can put in right now. I could do that, but then of course we run the risk of having it immediately fail on us, though we would then have it done. And then go plus 10. That also wouldn't be done in time. That would be done in time, but it'd be a risk. I think that's worth it. It's worth the gamble. So we got that working, and it means we'll be able to have another part in the process for the next race after this, which will be Guildford. So let's then have a look-see at other things. So we have, as you can see there, we're very close to matching gearbox. Rear wing is good. Front wing is our weakest part, of course, but we can't do a lot about that, and we can't do anything about that until this happens. Okay, car repair is complete. So, we need those front wings repaired and worked on. We also need brakes and gearboxes, which we currently are working on, actually. It may be an idea to put the other parts on as well, just for reliability's sake. But for the moment, we'll stick with a 27 and 3. Actually, do we even need to do this? Because if our next part is going to be good enough anyway, then we don't really need to do this. So it's going to be 1 per day. We know it's going to go up by the exact amount because that's what's in there. So we only need to get 80% roughly. Maybe a little higher to be safety, but let's go like that. Just see where we stand once we're a little closer. Again, complaining at the wind tunnel. Okay, that's already taken it into the 80s. That's fine. That's exactly where we want it to be. Our new part will be fine. A little dodgy, perhaps, but fine. So let's then switch this round and go 2010. Trying to get maximum out of the parts that will be good for this race. Also, we have sponsor offers. So 12 for above, 13 for above, or 10th and above is as good as we're going to manage here. But I think we will then take the 13th and above. Actually, we'll take the... Okay, my phone has just started to buzz at me. I will now just go and quickly turn off the buzzing. Right, so yeah, I think this is probably the best overall. 400,000 per race. It's probably not the target we ever want to hit, but 800,000 is 800,000, so at least means we might not get the message of... Oh no, we still got the financial management annoyance. Fine, we got it. What is my financial stat anyway these days? 14. So I have top loyalty stat. I have nearly top race management stat. Aegon, that's for you. It says I'm doing well. Yeah, so let's keep going then. 3 days, 6 hours until the front wing designed. Front wing finished. Okay. So that gets us up to 90. That means we now have... Still not a great one, but it should be a slight improvement anyway. So let's look to further improvements here. We can go for that straight away and get the improvements done. I think we might have to risk that on Balcazar's car, even though it's got the high red zone. So we can't afford to lose a lot, but it's already up to the 90s anyway. Maybe give that to the other car, I don't know. Don't know, we'll go without that. Meanwhile, though, we want to design a new part, and I think now... It almost feels like it should be engine time here. Or rear wing. Rear wing is one of our best components here, and it's much faster to raise up, so... Maybe it's time we go for a couple of quick wings here. So, take the static plus 20. And then see about that. Okay. So to Cape Town. We will again go for broke here. This is a traditionally good circuit for us. Fuel burn is low, so we can afford to overburn this. Tyre selection, pretty much solidly ultra softs here. We'll put on some super softs just so we got a little bit in reserve in case that becomes relevant, but we're almost certainly going to be altering this one. Okay. So brakes is as optimal as we can get it. Balcazar has the optimal part there. We're going to give Balcazar the slightly less powerful one here, but the one that's not likely to redline. Means Barnaby might actually be slightly more competitive here. We will see. He's certainly going to have a much better gearbox than he's had recently, and everything else is kind of already in favour. So, okay. Good, let's go racing. Yeah, if we can do our trick with the early safety car blitz, like we did last year, we can still get some good results. We really need to, as I say, just beat the Panther race team. Or hope that the Ferraris suddenly get back into the action and start interfering with all of them. Because if the Ferraris win a couple of races, that's the top two positions taken care of. They're down in the order. They'll obviously accelerate points based on that, but it'll take them 2 races to get where the other teams are. So we can afford 2 races of them massively coming back into the fold. Also, I need my notepad, because apparently I didn't prepare things ahead of time. There we go. So, where is Cape Town? Cape Town is across here. And I have pen things on this. So, okay. So, Balcazar, white. Change the setup. So, we've got a 17.8, a 27.7. 21 minus 1.2. This is the setup we used last year, apparently. 31 and a 50. And of course, ultra softs, which can do for 11 laps. That's encouraging. 11 laps seems good. So, 17.8, 27.7, minus 1.2, and a 31. And that is well outside that area. Okay, We go 31, 38. So maybe this isn't cut as dry as we thought it was going to be. We'll of course take practice. Right, sending you out. What are you currently on? Probably best to do race stints here. Now the lap times are quite short, so hopefully we'll be able to try and max both, but yeah, we'll go with that. We imagine Balcazar will be quite good around this circuit. We hope she will, certainly. So, power to the Ultra Softs. Let's see what we can do. So if we can do enough, if we can get, similar to last year, just the multi-safety car, can use that to go massively aggressively on a strategy. Okay, downforce feels bang on, gear ratio bang on. We'll see how bang on it actually is, but So Balcazar's quali lap is a 1:07.7. I'm trying to find out how good that is. 1.4 off the pace. Ugh. We haven't hit quali 1 yet, so we got a chance. We can send it back out again. And that's not encouraging. Okay. So 93, nothing is perfect, but let's go a click more speed. Let's take a click of handling that way, and let's take a slight tweak there. Not much, but we're tweaking a few things and hoping something sticks. Meanwhile, White is showing that we got some good fuel running here. And that's what, lap 3 or 4? Yeah, and those purple tyres probably did some quali laps, so we are genuinely 1.4 off the pace. White, though, is still 5th. So that might actually not be as bad. That might actually be worse. We'll see. Let's bring White in. Let's see if we can't control things and get that race stint. Well, we're going to have to bring Balcazar in shortly anyway, but at least see if we can further improve your setup at the halfway point. Okay, that's a much better setup for you. So we still got to do a bit of tweaking, but so let's then kick the speed balance down 1. Do a slight tweak to the front wing and send you straight back out. Okay, so Sylvander started going fast. He was already ahead of us, though. Okay, quality trim 1 has now been gone. From that basis, we can probably afford to bring Balcazar, who's on our in lap anyway. Barnaby White drops to 6. Sharp now improves, and Sharp was on soft tyres. That's almost perfect. Okay. So 98. Let's do a click towards acceleration for a gamble and put you on race stint then for the rest. We'll even give you a new set just to see what we can do. Ultra soft free. And since we know Balcazar's likely to take the engine mode and the thing anyway, we'll see. Currently a 3-car battle here going off that line. Does get it clear. But now has staring at the back of Ferrari again. I should probably have brought White in there because I'm not sure he's going to have enough time to do another change. Balcazar's new race lap, unfortunately, was entirely with interference, so he wasn't able to make a competitive thing there. So we hit 3 and 3. Okay, let's see if we can bring you in. I think I might have missed the point. Yeah, I missed the point. Okay, don't worry about that then. I guess we could try. How far are we off of quali 1? Alright, we're not going to hit it. So actually, I'm inclined to skip this rest of the session now. Yeah, no further improvements to be made. I mean, yeah, 5th, 7th is fine on paper, but we do need this. So, Ultra Soft Quali stint and Ultra Soft Quali. Interesting, Barnaby does have the Super Soft option available here. We didn't improve that, so we'll stick back to that. New set of Ultra Softs, and we will simulate the session, of course. We're hoping for 8th and 9th if we can manage it, but okay, got 9th from Balcazar on that first run. Ferraris are back up there again. Let's see what we can do. Balcazar on a new lap. Green, 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 but not able to improve. White did go up to 12th, so 9th and 12th is what we got from that. So we've still got Lippin and Blanc where we need to leapfrog, but that's seemingly the case every single race. Okay. Race time then. So we're fairly sure this is going to be a dry race, which doesn't bode well for us, we know, but let's go Engine Expert, Race Trim. Let's then go Barnaby White, Ultra Race Trim. 42 laps. So that suggests a free stop race here. The soft tyre will go 20 laps. So we could potentially do a swap Ultra Soft Ultra. But we'll have to consider that. I mean, obviously if we get a safety car here, we might be able to extend stints, so we'll see. Okay, so 96.96 is fine. New set of Ultras for you as well. Actually, can you last the same amount of time? Yeah, 11 laps. So, okay, so I think both drivers are going to go similar strategies here, but we are going to, of course, be ultra aggressive off the line. If we can get an extra stop under a safety car, definitely going to try it. But we need a good start. We have Lipinen on the super soft tyres in front of us, so we cannot afford to lose out here. Balcazar then round the outside. Got a few cars on the inside window. This is a good move from Balcazar, up to 4th already, ahead of both Lipinen and Becker. But Sylvander now coming around the outside, down to 5th. Okay, losing a couple of positions there. Might be able to grab something back on the inside. Balcazar, great start. And can you leap 3rd as well? Unfortunately, it's Piaget, who is our direct rival in the championship, who's currently leading the race. There's also no safety car yet. Let's speed up time and see what we can do. We, of course, are going to push this because we need to try and stick to 4th if we can. But I imagine it's going to be a doomed effort soon or later. I actually didn't realise I had you on high rather than extreme, but I guess that's okay. Okay, let's go to high neutral, high neutral. We've got the tyres up to nearly up to temperature, actually. So we'll give up that 4th for the moment. But then 1st and 6th, they are outscoring us. The Ferraris are also outscoring us, but we can live with that. And there goes some pace. We could do with a safety car right about now. Mind you, we're only 4.2 off the pace here. We are actually matching Sharp's time. Possibly because we're pushing and they're not. Let's move White into neutral. Keep the fuel burning going. For the moment, we're only 0.4. We can always use more fuel if we have to. But we need those tyres to last a little longer if it's possible. Sylvander then down to 4th, and we are closing on him. Let's go overtake for Balcazar for the moment. We've got a car right behind us and a car directly in front of us that's going slowly. Safety car. Okay. Here's the biggie. The biggie. Do we go for this? What are the lead cars going to do? I don't know if this is going to be good for us. We would lose a lot of positions. We would lose a lot of positions, but okay, we now need to pick now. Where would we fall back to? On the safety car speeds, if it was a really blitzing start, I think we could end up in 7th. We absolutely need this to be lightning fast. Well, that's ruined it. So that's our race kind of doomed at that point. We got a lot more time on these tyres, though, admittingly, but yeah, we just fallen down the order here. We're going to need a meteoric charge to get back to that. If it hadn't been a mistake, we probably wouldn't have lost quite so many because it was a big queue there. Okay. Well, safety car heading to the garage end of this lap. White then up to in 8th, Balcazar in 15th, and this could be where it all falls apart. Safety cars was so good for us last year. So good for us. And we have a lap or two of fuel in reserve, and we know we can go mad on these tyres for about 6-7 laps and be on the same time as everybody else. So that is where we are planning here. Okay, racing speed. Balcazar then, double overtake. Push high. Balcazar needs to make moves now. Oh, and we're just getting blocked. Come on. Cannot afford to be held up here. There we go. Alright, Balcazar now needs to charge like a woman possessed. Into 11th. And we need to also keep an eye on the tyre wear rates of everybody else around here, but I'm thinking this is worth it. In fact, we might as well go overtake on whites at the moment, and also we need to give him the order to allow Balcazar through in a moment. Oh, there is a queue, there is a queue, there is a queue. There goes Balcazar through. Balcazar on a charge into 7th. So 7th and 8th. We have 75% tyre wear. She's got so much more than everybody else here. This is the advantage. We are going to go deeper into this race because of this strategy. We're going to start going high neutral for you. And we have another crash. Okay. Okay, first and second have just crossed the line. Sylvander. Yeah, okay. This is definitely a pit time. This could actually be really beneficial to us here. Let's also... Do we go soft or do we go super soft? I think we might even go super soft here. They'll go 15 laps. A few of those under the safety car. We have, therefore, potential to do this on 2 super soft stints. White will pit as well. And we'll go onto the soft tyre and try to go deep. So we stacked. Balcazar then down into 11th. But the lead cars, interestingly now, will have to go slow. And who was that in there? That was Piaget, so we're going to gain points on the championship second place driver, at the very least. Also, why are we still going like that? That is not what we want to do right now. Low, 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 low. I made an error. And of course we can still aggressively push these. Becker then on the softs did actually get out really quickly. So we're in 11th, we're in 16th. If I'd have stayed out though, well, maybe we could have made it work though. Hamilton and Sirikev are going to fall by the wayside here, which means we've got a good chance of outscoring Red Bull. Maybe I should have gone Ultra again and just continued the aggression, but well, let's just see how it goes. We're in among the super soft runners here, the soft runners rather. We know those tyres can last a little longer, and if we get to a point where we can do it on a double 17. Let's go heading to garage. It's about to trigger. So let's go. Overtake, overtake. Overtake, overtake. And let's start burning. Okay, so Balcazar up in... Nope, he's going to lose a position actually, unless we're lucky. Nope, we got past Rodriguez. That was kind of important. Rodriguez is on the soft tyres, is faster than us right now, but has really burned those soft tyres already. Did he start on those? I don't know if we did or not. Balcazar then up to 7th. So our push lap has done well here. We're going to push until we get to medium running, and then we'll try and conserve these. But for now, Balcazar doing okay. And you can go down to neutral overtake, I think, at this stage. Meanwhile, we got Lipinen and Fischer ahead of us. Sylvander has crashed. So we lost a Ferrari. No overtaking sector 2, but that's unfortunately not where we are right now. White then goes into 11th. And now, unfortunately, we're at the point where we're going to have to go conserve neutral high, I think, for the rest of this. For the rest of this stint, and we'll see how long we can make these last. Sharp and Becker ahead of us are on worn tyres. Hamilton's about to pit, so he's out of contention for a little bit. Okay, so we've had a pit there. That was Surikov pitting. So we just have Lipponen and Fischer ahead of us now. Let's actually start conserving a bit of fuel here. At least on Balcazar's side of things. White can still afford to push for a bit. So yeah, so Rodriguez on one soft behind us. That's encouraging. We have to go fairly deep into this race, I think. Okay, he's now going to pit. That's going to release us into third place, I think. Then after that, we might just go aggressive and start pushing the fuel out a little bit more. Yeah, so let's go high. Yeah, high neutral here. Accelerate ourselves up into fourth. Try and catch up here. We're 11-7 currently behind the leaders, which is reasonably okay for us. White can afford to push a little harder. I'm surprised that we're not getting the tyre wear rates out of these. In all honesty, White's not really managing those, although he is... Yeah, we'll see. Now on target, in third place. Just thinking how far back they're falling. We need to get more of a gap, really, before we do this. The good news is I think Rodriguez is going to have to pit around the same time we are, so this is a genuine fight for position currently. 24 laps to go. I don't think we're going to get to super soft window. Not the way we're going. Barnaby White drops to... Oh no, Barnaby White is in 6th. Fox ahead on warm soft. So he's with the people who've tried to run this to the end. And Sharp ahead of us is not looking particularly good on wear either. So maybe we got the Ferraris covered here. We're outscoring the Red Bulls though. And then we got to get... With the Ferraris beat us, it's not the end of the world. We're going to struggle, I think, to get these to go as far as we want them to. And in fact, on this basis, we're going to have to start neutraling Barnaby White and also neutraling your fuel as well. And we're also going to neutral Balcazar's fuel and try and just get that a little more under control. So there might not be another safety car. And behind us, that is Rodriguez about to pit. Now, if he goes for softs, then he's going to really struggle to make that. I think we're going to struggle to make that actually come to that. So what we might do is we might go super aggressive and try two-stopping from the rest of this race. So going on for ultras for 10 laps and then ultras for 10 laps. It'll make us fast. I'm not sure it'll make us good. So I think now we go overtake with Balcazar. And we pit for ultras. This is a gamble. I do not deny this is a gamble here. But if we're on the fastest tyre to the end of the race, then I think we can get this third place back. Also, low fuel in the pits. Also means we can afford to go high fuel the rest of this if we want to. We're on ultras. Okay, high, neutral. We only lost one place. We're in 4th. So, Barnaby White's now up to 6th. Balcazar is in 4th and on the fastest tyre. Unfortunately, I don't think this is a stint we can afford to push on. We might be able to save some fuel for later, but let's just see what happens here. So, Lipponen behind us. Rodriguez in 6th. We are on the ultra soft tyre. What is our gap to the lead cars? It's diminishing, but not by much. Not by as much as we need it to. What's our gap to Surikov? Because I think both of us are going to have to stop again. Both us and Surikov. 4.1, 4.1, 4.1. Okay. So, yeah, okay. We are closing. Balcazar then with 0.01. White actually has fuel in reserve here, so I think we're going to do a push in lap now. And then pit for... No, I think you can do the super... Yeah, I think you might as well go for the super soft strategy here. Yeah, we're not going to risk that, but we are going to go for this. Actually, could we go another lap? Give you 2 laps and definitely have those 17 laps. Because you're going to have to conserve the rest of this. Okay, no, it's fine. We'll go for it. Fairly sure Rodriguez is going to have to try and go to the end, although his tyre wear is not great, and he has pitted recently. So... okay, in we go. Let's low neutral this up. Good pit stop needed here. I jinxed it. I jinxed it, and I know I did. Okay. Well, let's go high, and let's just see what happens from there. So, meanwhile, at the front, Balcazar then, with one pit stop definitely to make. I think everybody else has as well, in fairness. But we have Fuel again, so let's go high push for a couple of laps here. We need to close on Surikov. Sharp in the pits. Okay, now that is likely to be a pit to the end. How long is he going to be in that pit stop, though? Because we've seen them have really long pit stops in the past, and he's having another one there. So we're in third place. We have 29.2. I think we're also going to have to conserve White here, because he's going to have to try and make those tyres last. Going to keep an eye on his fuel load, though. Meanwhile, Becker's now come out of the pits, and he's going to the end. We don't think we can stop him. Really, our battle then is with Surikov and probably Rodriguez. Okay, so we're almost at the point where we can actually pit, so let's go down to neutral here. And let's prepare. In fact, actually, no, screw that. We're going to go attack, push at this stage. We got a lap of pushing available. We need to get past him, and we need to put a gap ahead. We know he's going to stop soon as well, so... and if we can go on ultras, he definitely can. So you've seen them have reasonably good tyre wear. There we go. Right, overtake has been made. Alright, back to medium. Back to neutral. I think, though, that's going to be it, isn't it? Yeah, that is going to be it. Okay, attack pit. New set of Ultra Softs. We're going to have to gamble on the parts, gamble on that again. All the gambling, but let's see what we can do. Into the pits we come. Low it up, low neutral. We know Surikov will have to pit soon, so we're getting the undercut on him. Okay, neutral. Push high. We can save some fuel a little later in the race, but for now, Rodriguez is looking like he's going to have to stop again. Lipinen is going to have to stop again. Surikov is going to have to stop again. We have to be faster than all three of those to get second place. Meanwhile, Mr. White is not having a good day. Let's go medium neutral and see what we can do with that. I'm sure those tyres will last, but we need now to get past this guy. Surikov has pitted. Surikov's actually on soft tyres, so he did not bring ultras to the race, or at the very least doesn't think they're going to be good enough. Balcazar then still needs to get past Rodriguez. This should be as easy as it's going to get. Maybe I just go attacking for one stint here. Can't afford to do too much of this, but we can afford enough to get us past. Okay. Neutral push. Actually, neutral. Lipinen's going to have to stop again, but Rodriguez should now not have the tyres to make that work. We're going to overtake them, gain some more points out of this. What we could really do with now is White's becoming good. I mean, he is good, but still. We need him to start massively coming good. Okay, Lipinen is about to pit. We're on the fastest tyres. Rodriguez doesn't have the grip. This was the problem with that wing. We might have to build another one in the near future. So Balcazar goes up into second. Becker and Rodriguez are going to outscore us, but it looks like we're going to outscore the Red Bull team from this race, which is encouraging. Yeah, okay. What we're going to do then is we're going to... this is the bad way to do it, but I don't really have much of a choice, really. Yeah, so we go that. What else can we do on a quick... no, it'd lose too much time if we try to repair anything else. Alright, pit for that. So Balcazar is starting to close that gap down, but there's still 28 seconds. Meanwhile, White now pretty much has a overtake button. And he's about to be lapped by Balcazar in the moment, so we'll try and hang back. Try not to interfere with his race if we can. But I doubt he's going to hit the points from there. He's going to have an extremely good run to make this work. He has been lapped, so he does have one extra thing there. Lippinen in 4, fastest lap of the race. 4 laps to go. In fact, we might have to start conserving Balcazar here. That's a little worrying. Let's go conserve high. White, meanwhile, can continue pushing and probably breaking the car in the process here. Fastest lap by White. No points for that, unfortunately. Surikov is not that far behind Balcazar right now, and that is annoying. The good news is Balcazar has an overtake button you can use. So, Balcazar, overtake button, please. 3.7, 3.8, 3.8, 3.9. Okay, that's fine. The overtake button is helping. We've only got a lap or so of that, but the gap going up to 4... The gap going down to 2.8 is not what we want to see right there. 2 laps to go. .8. 3.8. That's also a worry, but we'll worry about that a little later now. So, at least now White is in contention. He's destroying his tyres, but, you know. Okay, we can now go high. In fact, we can overtake for some of this. White in, apparently, the battle of his life, but is earning 10th. And has run out of fuel. We need to be doing better than that, this is true. But we did manage to beat Surikov to the line, and that means we outscore the Red Bulls. I don't think we outscored the Williams, though. On the plus side, of all that, I believe Balcazar is still top of the championship. Surikov was demoted 2 places as well. Excellent. Okay, so he's lost 2 championship points as well in the personal battle for second. The team battle also goes a bit further towards our team. So we have 62 points. Simon are behind by 13. Panther are behind by 18. And it's looking increasingly likely that Simon are just going to walk past us at some stage. 6 down. 9 to go. What we really need is for England to do us a huge favour and be a wet race. We actually came 3rd overall in that, so not much we could really do from that. Did, however, hit target, so gained a reasonable amount of money, 2.9. And new sponsors, I think, starting up now, so on it. It's just our sponsors are so terrible that actually it's gone down a bit. Anyway, England next. Becker is now 2nd in the championship and is likely to just overhaul us in the near future here. He's on a bit of a roll at the moment. 2nd, first. I mean, if we can keep 2nd places and what we're scoring, that's going to be fine. We just badly need a good couple of results or 2, and it's going to be a wet race. Thank God for that. If it's a variable condition race, there's an outside chance we can steal it. So, the Shuttle 2012. Till next time.